Okay, new Assassin's Creed trailer. Now, Assassin's Creed is like one of my favourite franchises. I mean that they've fumbled a few of them. I'm going to be honest, but I've still played most, well, no, all of them. I've played all of them, even though yeah they've fumbled a few, but still, I have high hopes for this. I'm praying Ubisoft don't screw this one over, please, please don't screw this one over. I'm going to read the comments after watching this as well. I want to see what people think about it. I haven't read any of them, but I'm interested, so. Yeah, because it's set in Japan, isn't it? Oh, this is really loud for me. Yeah, already I can tell, like, something what Ubisoft always does well is their trailers. Visually, they look amazing. Look at this. It's about samurai, isn't it?
Nothing of the sea. The ocean's filled with new ships.
That's a black guy.
They all come from the same river.
The quality of this trailer looks so good.
Power.
Ooh.
Will you continue down that river?
So is this going to be like, sort of like with Assassin's Creed Syndicate where you had like two characters who you could play as? I wonder if they've done that with this. Because he's a samurai and she's a shinobi. Shinobi? I think it's Shinobi. I think Shinobu is a character from a different game. Don't know what I'm saying, but Shinobi.
We must learn to trust. Rebuild.
And follow the blade.
So far, I can't really tell what it's gonna be about. I guess maybe finding a new path or something. And she's obviously trying to like stop those who attacked her village. Maybe he is like realizing he was in the wrong and now trying to find a new path or something. Okay, so I guess we get like maybe a choice of different weapons to use.
I said, who do you serve? We are the shadows.
That's
Oh, the music. Ooh. Ooh, that hidden blade. November 15th. Okay, so already something I'm hoping is it's actually got like the Brotherhood like actually in the game, because they've had history of releasing an Assassin's Creed game. It has nothing to do with Assassin's Creed, not entirely. Like for example, Odyssey. I mean, that wasn't really an Assassin's Creed game, let's be honest. There was like no involvement with the assassins, nothing. Even though when that game takes place, it's before Origin, so the Brotherhood didn't even exist. But I mean, that why would you even need to go that far back anyway? Like, and then with Valhalla, sure there was like Basim and Hytham, I think his name is Hytham. Hytham, I think it's Hytham. They're like the only assassin like Brotherhood things that you really experience, besides like the hideouts you can find in that game. But again, Valhalla had like no involvement with the Brotherhood, nothing. I hope with this game we have some sort of like involvement with them, because I'm so bored of having an Assassin's Creed game and it's not about Assassin's Creed, you know? Well, let's read the comments. Most heroic thing about this trailer is that they left the comments open. The best thing about a Ubisoft game is the trailers. Asking us to pre-order something that we'll never truly... I don't understand this. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Remember, never pre-order. Imagine setting a game during one of the most turbulent, violent, chaotic and pivotal times in Japanese history, and not even letting the protagonist represent the main demographic involved. Oh, that's because it's a black guy who they've got as a main character. I know that he's based off a real person. But you know, I kind of get where that guy's coming from, because look at all the other Assassin's Creed games. When it was set in like Origins, they were like you got an Egyptian person. In Valhalla, you got like, well, he wasn't even English, was he? He was Norwegian, and because the Vikings went over to England, so that was accurate at least. Syndicate, you had 2 English people. The Ezio collection, Italy had an Italian, you know, so everywhere where these games were set, you had someone who represented that place. And I think Japan is the place where people have most wanted Assassin's Creed to go, and they've got someone who's not from Japan as a main character. So I think that's why some people are like upset about that, because they wanted a Japanese person to be in Japan, even though we've got like this character shit. I don't know what her name is. She's obviously Japanese, but I think people wanted like either one Japanese character or at least 2, but they've got a black guy, even though he's a real he was a real person, I think. What's his name, Yasuke or something? He was based off a real person. Although I've seen people say they don't know if he actually... They say he didn't actually become a samurai. He was like a placeholder or something. But anyway. Replacing Japanese men out of their own culture as well. Yeah, people are not happy about that. Got Assassin's Creed in Japan for GTA 6. Yeah, look. I'm from Japanese descent after 10 plus years waiting, thanks to Ubisoft for finally making an Assassin's Creed game in Japan with a black man MC and 0 Asian male MC. Jade is custom MC. Is that who she is in the thing? I don't know. Get used to not owning games. I don't understand. Did something happen with Ubisoft for this? What I missed? Ubisoft finally makes a samurai Assassin's Creed game. Also, Ubisoft doesn't even let you play as Japanese samurai. Yeah, that's... yeah, again. It makes totally sense. You're an assassin. You should be a ninja instead of a samurai. Also, samurai is the establishment in terms of their narrative. There are the Templar side. What? You see, a lot of these comments are most people saying don't pre-order it, or saying how they're not happy with there being a, again, Japanese male main character. Why don't they want to play as Tyrone somehow? That one's funny. Also, his name is Yasuke. Yasuke. Yeah, you know what? If anyone doesn't like how this game looks, I highly recommend playing Ghost of Tsushima. This game is what Assassin's Creed. So Ghost of Tsushima is basically done what Assassin's Creed stopped doing, where they made it all about stealth and combat, rather than making it a huge RPG type game. We have to like go get different types of armor, whatever the fuck, right? Ghost of Tsushima is just, it's basically what Assassin's Creed used to be, and it's in Japan as well, so I highly recommend that game. Remember, this is Ubisoft. No pre-orders. Kratos, keep your expectations low and you'll never be disappointed. That is a good piece of advice. Hide in plain sight. Yasuke, 6'5" black guy. That's definitely, you're definitely gonna hide and you're gonna completely blend in with everyone. Yeah. I mean, I hope it's a good game, man. Ubisoft, please. People have wanted a Japanese like setting for Assassin's Creed for years. Now they've done it, but they haven't got like a male. They've got a female. I'm assuming you can switch between the two, like in Syndicate. So you've got a female Japanese main character, but you've got no male Japanese male character. So it's like, imagine going to like, if they did a game in like an African country, one of the, let's say, just for example, let's say Nigeria, Assassin's Creed in Nigeria, right? Just hear me out. Imagine you did that and then they put a white man as the main character, or they put an Asian man as the main character, or brown man as the main character. People will not be happy with that. They'll want a black man to represent Nigeria as the main character. Rightfully so, that's how it should be. So why, I think people are complaining because why haven't they done that with Japan? Why have they made, I mean, yeah, he's a real person who really existed and they could have still had him in the game, but why didn't they have him as like a side character and have a Japanese character as the main character? But you know, either way, I'll still probably play it. I mean, I've played all the other ones. I've platinumed most of them anyway. So even if it ends up being shit, I'll still probably end up playing it just to keep tradition. Also, it's Naoe. Her name's Naoe in Yasuke. Okay. No, let's also look at this.
With our dual protagonists, we have two fantasies.
Okay, two
Samurai and
protagonists.
Shinobi. We want the player to experience both, and we cannot squeeze both fantasies into one character because Samurai and Shinobi came from a different social class. They have different lives, so we cannot really mix them together.
The historical character of Yasuke presented a really exciting opportunity.
Yeah, because he's a real person, isn't
We
he?
approached it in the same way that so much of the work is done in Assassin's Creed, which is really in terms of research and history first. Not a lot is known about him, but what we did know, or we do know, is that he arrived in Japan in 1579, right when our game starts. And that he had relationships with some of the most interesting people in our setting, like Oda Nobunaga, the Portuguese, and Jesuits, which made it very sort of tantalizing and enticing from a narrative perspective to come in and start weaving these facts with story in between.
The more we read about the character, the more he was inspiring for us. He's a foreigner discovering Japan, and we thought it's the perfect fit because he's discovering Japan and you are discovering Japan also.
Yeah, but I don't think people wanted that though, that's the thing.
From the province of Iga, which is a remote mountainous area, fiercely independent, known
I hope
as
at least we
birthplace
can play
of
mostly as
Shinobi.
her. I
So
want to play
they're
as her.
very
She looks
interesting
cool.
perspectives that really
She seems like she could be
expose,
very
different
interesting.
sides, and facets of the era.
When Oda came, he completely destroyed Iga. You have Yasuke and Oda that coming to destroy the Shinobi. So it can kind of create this interesting tension between two characters.
We were able to connect her to the province of Iga and the legendary Igan shinobi historical figure, Fujibayashi Nagato, who's her father in the game. So we understand.
Seriously? Buffering?
Why has the skills that she has and the values that she learns from.
Yeah,
her
she
father
seems
in
like
the
the
people of Iga, which
assassin
are
in the game.
valor, benevolence, and wisdom. And as a young person, still at the start of the game, we get to see now we acquire even more of that wisdom as the story unfolds.
It's gonna buffer again, you fuck. Turn it, I was already on 1080. Let's just look at the comment. Oh, no comments then?
And if
Yeah,
you ask
comments.
anybody, it's super clear that samurai will be combat heavy and a shinobi will be stealth heavy. It creates this distinction right away. Yasuke can fight with all his advantage. His stature,
So, yeah, so it's going to
he's
be
a big
two
guy,
different
he can
play
break door,
styles
he can
in one
fight
game.
multiple enemies, he can break armor.
So one's
Compared to Naoe,
Yasuke's
her character,
full-on head-on
her
combat and
outfit
she
is
now
really
is
about
stealth.
being
Okay.
on scene. She's the only one with the hidden blade, so they have clear
Wait, so
advantages
what's the
with
point of him
into
be
the
Yasuke
stealth
then?
and
If
combat,
he's not even
even if
close
it
to
is
being an
a bit
assassin.
of both.
They're a really great pair together because on one side
Like,
we have
am I just
Naoe,
missing
who's
something?
very intense and passionate and determined woman who is very set on her goals. She's kind of got her heart on her sleeve and she'll say what she feels in the heat of the moment. And this intensity that she brings as a shinobi, but that she also brings to her relationship. And this balances very well with Yasuke, who is sort of a thoughtful, level head to Naoe's fiery passion. We really thought about somebody like Yasuke historically who was able to come to Japan and have the life that he did there, to enter service for Oda Nobunaga and achieve all of the things that he did. Like, what kind of person would go through all of this? So our Yasuke is very intelligent, thoughtful, and respectful of this culture that he encounters, and that makes him a very nice sort of counterpart to Naoe. He's a bit mysterious as well, and that's something we get to see unfold as the game progresses.
Great, so Yubi has balls of steel for asking people to pre-order their game without showing any gameplay. Jin Sakai again goes to Tsushima. Great game. Can't have Shinobi. Literally, Ghost of Tsushima is exactly this. He's committed to bold new ideas for Assassin's Creed, like a stealthy woman and a fighting man. Who was able to? He was yeah. I was thinking that. I'm pretty sure he was a slave. Oh yeah, they found the one black guy in Japan at that time and couldn't resist it. Well, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna play it. I hope it's good. I really do hope it's a good game. I just don't understand their logic behind like having Yasuke as a main character. Like, so far they haven't really said anything that could validate having him as a main character in a Japan set game, sorry. Like, I would have preferred having Yasuke as a side character you can encounter in game and have two Japanese main characters, because they even said they don't know much of. Maybe that's why they put him as a main character, because they even admit they don't know much about Yasuke. So maybe that's, I don't know. Well, that's that. I guess we'll have we just have to wait till the gameplay trailer comes out and see what the game's like. Yeah, I'm not pre-ordering either. I'll get it that close when it comes out, or after it comes out, and play through it then. Please, Ubisoft, please make it a good game, please. Please. Well, I guess we'll see. Well, oh well.